Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, February 6th. It's 4:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On my right is my computer clock, and you can see the date and time, and on my left is the time in sales. And you can see the E-mini S&P currently trading at 2729.50 at 4:07 p.m. Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about the effect of volume on automated trading and what every trader should know about trading any chart. You should be aware of how much volume is in the market that you're trading. So sometimes in automated trading you may or may not get filled, and this may happen because price moves away from your intended fill price, whether it's a limit order or a stop order. In markets with more liquidity, this is less likely to happen. In markets with lower volume, this can happen more often. So this is a chart of the DAX, 5-minute chart showing the volume, and I would pretty much wager that nobody takes the time to look at a chart like this and see how much volume is in this market. The DAX is not a market that has heavy volume. But by looking at markets you trade with just the simple volume indicator plotted, you can see the distribution of volume. And here we can see that the most volume occurred at the London Open, even though the DAX opens at 2 a.m. Eastern. We start trading with the AutoTrader at 3 a.m., the London Open, and you can kind of see the surge of volume here. In the first hour of trading, the volume's pretty light, and then at the London Open, which is right here, the volume comes in, and then it steadily declines until the open of the U.S. session, and then we see another surge of volume. But even so, it's not heavy volume here. I mean, here we're showing an average of 600 or 700 contracts every 5 minutes. By contrast, look at the E-mini S&P. So here's the E-mini S&P, and on the open there's a surge of 30 to 40,000 contracts. This was today, and today was not the greatest day. As you can see the chart here, the market basically went sideways with a relatively narrow range compared to previous days this week or last week, and then volume tapers off, and even at its lowest, the average volume on the E-mini S&P is probably 12 to 15,000 contracts per 5-minute bar, and that is 10 to 20 times as much as the DAX. It's very, very significant. So going back to our DAX chart, volume is a definite consideration in your trading, and it could be the reason for errors such as, not getting filled type of errors. Even though your order may be there, price may move away from that order very quickly, and the fact that there's fewer contracts on the bid or the ask may definitely affect your ability to get filled. There's so many facets of trading to learn about. The only way to learn all these things is really through screen time and meticulous study, constant research. There's this thing called Google, and whenever you don't know something, you should Google it. The worst thing you can do is make assumptions. The market doesn't care about your assumptions. The market only deals in what is real and what is factual. And so you might wish for something to happen, but it's not going to happen. What's going to happen is just the way things are. And so it helps to know how the market operates and what really goes on in the business of trading. And based on the number of people I talk to, I would say that 90% of traders are very naive when it comes to understanding what trading is about and what the market is about, and probably 50% of that 90% thinks that they're really smart, and they're not. They're just spouting stuff they heard someone else say, and it's pretty comical actually from my end. Anyway, back to the AutoTrader. Today was a decent day, not a spectacular day, because the action in most of the markets was kind of sideways. First up is the DAX on a 987 Heikin-Ashi chart. This just had a single trade and hit its goal of 1550. probably had a couple of ticks of slippage with our market order. But anyway, pretty nice going here, and you can see that the DAX as well as the US market basically traded in a range. Okay, next is the Nasdaq on a 987 Heikin Ashi chart, and this had three back-to-back winning trades, so this was really good. And the indicators gave really great signals. You can see them here, a long, a short, a long, and then another big short. And so this hit its goal of around 1500, 1550 on the goal here, and a couple ticks slippage with our market order at the end. Okay, this crude oil on the Super Enco 6 with my volume weighted average filter and line break logic. This again did pretty well today on just a couple of trades, basically two trades here, and it hit its goal of 1050 and had, well, 1030, so we actually had one tick positive slippage, so pretty nice going on this chart. And this is again using a volume weighted average filter. The E-mini S&P and a Super Enco 6 tick did pretty well, did not draw down to the negative. Started off with a winner here, and then a very small loser, and then several winners in a row here brought it up to its goal of approximately 1,000, 950 actually. Okay, the ES on just a regular 5 Renko chart, two back-to-back winning trades, and this has a higher time frame of Super Renko 8 on this one and a goal of 1,000. So this hit its goal and had one tick of slippage. Okay, the Nasdaq on a 150 Heikin Ashi chart first drew down here less than $300, so not too bad, and came back up and then drew down again, and then finally at the beginning of, after the first hour of trading, basically it caught this big move here and another trade here and did 1,040 for the day. The goal on this is 1,000. So because of the size of this chart, a 150 Heikin Ashi chart, I actually lowered the goals here, and that paid off because the result is less trades, and it hit its goal and had one tick positive slippage. Okay, most of our crude oil charts did well today. The crude oil on the Super Enco 7 tick did 1160. I think the goal in this is 1,200, so just shy of its goal, but did not draw down to the negative. One losing trade here and 3 winners. Okay, our very reliable Super Enco 4 tick with the 6 tick higher time frame. I don't think a day goes by that one of our Super Enco 4 charts doesn't have a winning day, and this was no exception. This did pretty well today. The first contract hit its target, and then second one broke even, but then we had a really nice short here, and notice it didn't go long on blue bars because of the higher time frame filter, and this did 737.50, and our goal of course is 750 on this chart. Okay, this is the Super Enco 4 tick with the 60-minute higher time frame, and this had a modest gain of 287.50, and it looks like the first drawdown was just about that, about 300, but then it recovered and finished at 300. So this has been doing quite well with this 60-minute higher time frame. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.